So y'all know Serena Williams is doing the campaign with Kim Kardashian, Skims, and Nike. It's a very nice collab. I'm not even gonna hold you. They did like the whole, 1-2 this weekend, and Serena was staying in a hotel in New York City that she chose not to name, and she felt offended by the decor. Now, this is the plant, the decoration that she had an issue with because it's a cotton plant. So I kind of get where she's coming from. It's a little uncomfortable with seeing it. It's like seeing a Confederate flag. It just makes you go like this. You become aware and a little bit alarmed, right? So I get it. I completely understand what she was saying and how she said, it didn't feel great. Her words exactly, right? But Serena, girl, why did you pick the cotton? That should have been the last thing you did. Why are you touching it? Let me tell y'all, when I saw this, I was like, she actually picked it. That's not that. You already say you felt not so great about it, but then you went and plucked it? Girl, this is not the 1800s. We don't touch cotton. Unless it's already woven into an outfit, we don't touch cotton. Not like that. I don't even want cotton balls in my house. Do you hear me? This right here just, I don't know.
Boy. So we got to talk about this video that is going viral of Serena Williams getting triggered by a cotton plant. Yes, you heard that right. Serena Williams is, for whatever reason, triggered by cotton plants. Presumably because she's black, okay? And that she's triggered because of the history of black people picking cotton, okay? I'm thinking that's what's going on here, right? And this video is going viral, okay? And I want to react to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, everyone. How do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great. So actually, it feels like no polish for cotton, natural.
Wow, man, I'm embarrassed as a black person, to be honest with you guys, right? I mean, let's be real. That's how I feel, right? Embarrassment is how I feel, especially considering how Serena Williams, come on, seriously? Again, this is a black woman wearing a blonde wig who's been accused of skin bleaching, okay? She has a white man, right, as a husband. She's already colonized, right? She's already fully colonized, okay? But yet, she's triggered by cotton, right? Cotton, okay? A cotton plant. And then she decided to give it to her natural instinct, right? And to pick the cotton. She picked the cotton, right? Really? Wow. Yeah, this is not the first time that I've covered stories like this. Apparently, this is a real thing, right? Where black people get triggered by the sight of cotton. For example, a long time ago, I covered a story about some black women that got an Airbnb in the South. I think it was like Alabama or something, right? And there was a cotton field in the backyard. And it triggered them. Take a look.
Cotton field in the yard.
The was too stunned to speak.
So this was the Airbnb we were staying in. Hello, Huntsville. I believe it was in Rocket City. So just for another disclaimer, my cousin did not know there was a cotton field outside in the backyard. I don't think she probably would have booked it if she would have known, but we were coming to visit her and we were going to have our Thanksgiving there. So she found this Airbnb and it is actually pretty decent inside. If you see here, they have kind of like a little work room, a little study area. You can do stuff, which is kind of unnecessary if, you're booking for like a little vacation, but to each their own. So I'm just going to take you guys through the room, show you what the Airbnb really looked like from the inside. The rooms are pretty nice. There were only 2 rooms. All the appliances worked. The decorations are pretty cool to me, and the theme was nice, so I really didn't have much complaints. I read a lot of the comments being like, that's normal in Alabama, blase blase, I see that all the time, it's natural for it to grow. Definitely know that. However, I'm from California. What's common to others are not common to me. I'm not used to seeing that, and I've never really seen an actual cotton field. And also being put in an area like that unexpectedly as a black person does trigger you a little bit and makes you feel uncomfortable. So that's that. And I feel like feeling the urge to pick it is not weird. You are not saying you necessarily want to go back to slavery or experience what our ancestors did. But it's the odd feeling that you feel so close to history. Now, I don't know if this was an actual plantation, but seeing a cotton field knowing what our ancestors did definitely makes me slightly curious.
Boy, let me take a step back here, okay? Did she literally say having the urge cotton is not weird? Did she really say that, bro?
And I feel like feeling the urge to pick it is not weird.
Yo, bruh, black fragility, right? Is that what you call this, right? I mean, seriously, I mean, let's be real. I think that this is a great example of black fragility. It is especially funny to me because, again, as a person who grew up literally around cotton fields, right? Wake up in the morning, cotton field, take the bus to go to school, cotton field, right? Go to the grocery store, cotton fields everywhere. I've never been triggered by cotton. I've never felt an urge to pick cotton as a black person growing up in the South. So I'm not entirely sure how is it that you have these individuals who have no experience whatsoever, right, in the South. Somebody like Serena Williams, who's worth $300 million. You are a celebrity. You are a world-renowned athlete, a superstar. You have zero life experience, right? Like, there's zero reason why you should be triggered from seeing cotton, right? There's zero reason for you to have any special reaction at all to the sight of cotton, okay? Again, as somebody who actually grew up around cotton plants, I don't even have that reaction, right? I don't have that reaction, okay? And I've been around cotton fields my whole life. I don't have that reaction, okay? But somebody that, again, grew up in California, that's a world-renowned athlete, worth millions of dollars, this triggered her, right? But she wasn't triggered when she put on that blonde wig, when she married a white man, right? When she allegedly tried to bleach her skin, okay? When she tried to transform into a white woman, right? Which it seems as if that's what she's desperately trying to do. You're not triggered by that, but you're triggered by cotton, right? A cotton plant. But you're not triggered by the clear and obvious identity crisis that you're currently going through, right? That is what Serena Williams is going through right now, okay? Again, I just find this to be fascinating. But then again, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, since, again, it's clear and obvious that Serena Williams really wants to be a white woman. Her and Beyonce, I think they're in a competition for who can transform into a white woman the fastest, right? But maybe because she wants to be a white woman so badly, her seeing the sight of cotton, right, a cotton plant, maybe that was a reminder that she's black, right? Maybe that's what triggered her, okay? Maybe saying that the ancestors, right, deep inside of her, they reminded her, hey, you're black, okay? You're not a white woman, right? And maybe that's what triggered her. I don't know, right? I don't know. These are all jokes, okay? But yeah, I mean, it's sad. It really is. I mean, it really is. I just cannot believe that in 2025, right, the year of our Lord, we still have black people that are this fragile, right? That are this soft, okay? Where cotton plants are triggering them, right? The sight of seeing cotton plant. Again, people who never went through slavery, never experienced slavery, never been on a cotton field, never experienced any type of farm work or, living out in rural America, anything like that. There's no relation whatsoever to this, but yet they're triggered by it. It just shows you how deep the brainwashing is in this country, right? Especially towards black people. Okay, when you talk about the victimhood mentality, I mean, you're looking for reasons to be triggered, right? I mean, you have to be looking for oppression in order to be triggered by stuff like this, because I probably wouldn't even notice the plant, right? I probably would have walked by it, okay? I probably wouldn't even seen it. I mean, if I did notice it, I certainly would not have been triggered by it. Oh, it's a cotton plant. Okay, it looks nice. It's like one of those, kind of fancy decor things, right? It's different, right? You don't see cotton plants everywhere, right? Especially in a New York City hotel. So I kind of get it, right? But, it's not something that I would have been triggered by. It's just sad to see that there are people who are living with a victimhood mentality that is so ingrained that, again, you can be a superstar athlete worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You have everything that the world could possibly offer to an individual, right? In one lifetime, okay? Just beyond blessed, right? And she made money because of her athletics, right? Because of what she was born with, okay? And you're still finding ways to be oppressed, really? It's sad. It really is. I just couldn't imagine. I just could not imagine being this fragile. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.